Hey guys, how's it going? Coach Tony All here. Today I want to talk a little bit about what you should do when you're going for your 1 rep max on bench press, because it can be a very dangerous exercise and some people have died when they messed it up. Like for example, they've tried suicide grip and it's rolled off and fallen on their chest and has killed them. So it can be a very dangerous thing. Also, you can get pec tears from doing it as well. So I've got a few things that will help you to avoid the danger in this situation. So the first thing you can do is have a spotter. So when you've got a spotter there and you fail, you can always have them to help re-rack it. So that's the first thing. Another thing you can do it in a squat rack. So you set up the bars so it only comes just to your chest, and then it will sit on the squat racks, and then it'll keep the weight off. So if you fail, you just bring it down to there, and then you can take your hands off and crawl out from underneath it. So it's safe to do and safe to go to your maximum weights by doing that. Another way is by using a machine. When you use a machine, it's safe to put the weight back down and try your maximum range as well. So that's a very good thing to do. So I want you to think about those different things, okay? And another thing I want you to do is, if you don't have a spotter, you're not using a machine, you're not in a squat rack, and you're just doing the bench press by yourself, and it's heavy, and you're going to failure, and as the bar is not going up and it's quite low down, what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to try and re-rack it, because it'll go up to your neck and it'll sit on your neck and it might close your voice box, so you can't even yell out for help if there are other people in the gym. So if you're doing it by yourself, it can be very dangerous, and I've seen people try and squeeze out from underneath it and cut their throats, and it's an awful thing to try and do. So if you're pushing up and it's not going anywhere, what I want you to do is I want you to push it down onto your stomach and onto your hips. Then you can sit up and you can pull it off your hips and you can stand up. But if you go the other way up to your neck, you're going to get stuck and it's not going to work. So if it's just up a little bit and then push it down onto your stomach and onto your hips so you can sit up. So that's a safe way to do it. Also with bench press, and when you're going to your 1 rep max, I don't recommend making it your first exercise. If it is your first exercise, what you should do is you should warm up a little bit with a light weight with quite a few reps, and then you do some weight accumulation sets, so gradually getting heavier with fewer reps, so not going to failure. So you can just gradually get used to a heavier weight, but not fatiguing yourself, so you've still got the energy for the 1 rep max. But I still wouldn't recommend making it your first exercise. I recommend trying an incline dumbbell press or a fly or some push-ups. The reason for that is the bench press is very well known for causing pec tears when you're going to your maximum lifts. So the key is warm up on some other exercises, get the chest ready for it, and then go for your maximum on the bench press once you've warmed up on the bench press as well. So I hope this information helps and it keeps you guys safe as well, because the last thing I want to see is people hurting themselves or cutting their necks, or the bar falling on them and dying in the gym, or getting stuck under a heavy weight and you just don't know what to do when there's no one else in the gym. So remember, some things you can do are getting stronger with a machine where it's safe to put it down, using a squat rack where you set up the bars so it only comes down to just your chest level and then stops. So the worst case scenario, you can just crawl out from under it. And so it's machine, squat rack, or use a spotter. If not, remember, don't go up when you're failing. Go down to your hips and stand up if you haven't got any of those other things available. So that's my advice for you for today. Okay, hope that helps. See you guys.